Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So my client here has a case of alopecia as well. And we are going to do a alternative weaving service on her where we start by doing a virgin relaxer. Now, I get this question a lot. Hey, does everybody have to get a relaxer to get this style? Does everybody got to get a relaxer to get this style? The answer is if it is a style that the client has chosen and that style requires a relaxer, then that is what they get. It has nothing to do with my choice. But at the same time, if a client is coming for a certain style and they want it to look a certain way, who am I to sway them and say, no, you shouldn't do it this way. You should do it this way. You should do it this way because the stars said that we need all this natural. Guys, cut it out, okay? It is the client's choice. I am the stylist. I am here to direct and not overpower, okay? Let me be clear with that. Anyhow, so she is fully relaxed. We did also color her hair. And now I'm using our Elite Silk Wrap Foam to mold her hair down. You like how I just kind of transitioned back into, politically correct, Crystal, real quick? Because a part of me just wanted to cuss everybody out that has something to say about why clients decide to get relaxers like it's just a crime, okay? Anyhow, so the top part of her head is her crown. We are actually going to be covering the crown up, but we are leaving her sides and her back out. So she's going to be doing basically a feathered style. You guys will get to see the full-on style from start to finish, and you'll get to see how the hair is actually applied. So I started out in the crown where I created what we call an around the world or a swirl in the top of her head. And I used wrap foam first to manipulate the hair while it's really soft. And then I went back with gel because, with the Growth Protect solution, you do need to have a base of gel. I prefer to have a base of gel. And then Miss Client in particular, she already informed me that she sweats a lot. So the only time I put a piece of end paper was right in the middle where I have a lot of her hair placed. And the reason why I did not do the paper all over is because that is going to create even more perspiration for her. And I did not want her to lose the longevity of the style. So now her hair is actually dry. And that stuff that you see me swirling around is the Growth Protect solution. So this is the last layer. This is what they call the liquid cap. Okay, I know you guys never get to see this part. So now you get to see what it looks like before it dries. And then she went under the dryer and dried for another 10 to 15 minutes. Now I'm able to actually use the glue directly on the head. It is not on the hair. It is actually on the Growth Protect solution, as well as the gel, as well as some parts of the crown has the end paper. So her hair is fully protected, okay? It is water soluble. So if she wants to get it off or take the weave off, all she literally has to do is go into the shower and allow the water to just run on her head until the area softens, and then all of that hair slides right off. No damage, no breakage, no nothing. And all it requires is water. And that's another reason why I did not want to put too many end papers, because it would make her perspire even more. So I just wanted to make it a little bit easier for her to give her longevity of her style. So now I'm using the bump hair. This is made by the company Sensational. The word is BUMP, and it comes in a little square box. They have two different types. They have the 8-inch, and I think this one is the shorter one. I can't remember what inch it is, but you can find this in almost any local beauty supply store, excluding Sally's. Okay, Sally's won't sell this. Now I'm just basically doing an around the world with the hair. The hair comes already pre-curled and short. That doesn't mean that I'm going to leave it the way it is. But I really like this hair because it's nice and thin. It looks nice and natural. And it's a lot easier for my clients to use. And it's not heavy on the head. It does also come with a closure piece. So I did use the closure piece at the top without me having to create my own closure. I'm big on working smarter, not harder. And I like their closure piece because it just meshes everything together. So for the closure piece, you do have to make sure that you install the hair far enough up so that you can add the closure piece on and not have a big space around it. So you want to make sure that you know the size of your closure piece before you put it on, in which I did. And then I go ahead and put that on and allow it to dry for a couple seconds. I did use 30-second glue to do this installation. And the Growth Protect solution, they have two different companies. If you just type in liquid cap or growth protection, you'll see it come up on Google. Okay. So I actually did not have to put her under the dryer with this mold. So we're just going to go ahead and cut her and style her. So I am blending this hair in with her hair. Now, I could have easily left the hair the way it was and just curled it really, really nice. But it was a little too long and it needed some shape. It needed some movement. It needed some texture. So I'm using our razor comb, which is not my razor comb. I just bought it for $1. Okay. I'm using the razor comb to thin the hair down, also create some texture in the hair so that it will match her hair in the back and have a more seamless blend. I did not want a hard blend like a mushroom. The downside to doing styles like this and using your shears is you can easily create a mushroom head, or what we call a bowl head, a bowl cut. And you don't want a bowl cut or a soup bowl. You don't want that. You want it to be nice and fluffy and flowy and just movement, texture, so many different layers, things just all over the place, but nice and tailored and tapered to look like, like it's hers. So with this particular part of the service, you're more, thinning it to the shape of the client's head. You're working with what your client has and doesn't have. If you guys notice, I only installed hair in the crown, but there was enough coverage for me to get all the way down to the ear. And that's another reason why I really like using the bump hair or even the outre version of this hair, because it really allows easy transitioning. It's nice and fluffy, but very light at the same time. By the way, guys, I am not being paid to tell you guys about this hair. I just know about this hair. So, you guys are welcome to go and try it. Also, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button. And also thank my clients for allowing me to show you guys these services, because guess what? They have to have a lot of pride, a lot of strength, a lot of confidence for them to be on camera showing something that would be considered an insecurity. So thank you so much to my clients for allowing me to film. And then for the clients that don't want me to film, that's also fine. There's no wrong or right to it. I appreciate each and every one of my clients, no matter what. Okay, so for the back of her head, that little area right by the occipital bone, right below it, it likes to flip up. So you can use a little bit of spritz or hairspray to hold it down. Never cut into it, because then you're just going to create a big open space. Everyone's head is different. Some people, their crease is in that part, and that is where it always is going to be. So when you try to fight against that area, it just brings nothing but trouble. So just use a little spritz and lay it down. It'll be fine. That once you know the cut is right, you don't need to keep cutting it, trying to get it to lay down. That's the worst thing to do. So now I'm just using my 1-inch iron and just bumping the hair slightly in different places. I'm not going through track by track and bumping it. She didn't want big hair. She just wanted the hair to be nice and flowy and wanted it to look as though it was her hair. That's the goal, okay? That is the goal, people. Now, right in the front of her head, if you notice, it is a little more sparse. So I did save a little bit more of the hair instead of cutting majority of it off to expose her hairline on the side. I did not want to expose too much of it. So I did use some of the hair on the sides to just kind of help with masking that area. Now, it didn't mask it 100%, but you understood exactly what we were doing. Okay? So with this hair, another good thing about it is it lays so nice. Just a little bit of heat is required. You don't even have to do too much. When the client goes home, she can pin curl the front, wrap around the sides, and she is on her way. So in regards to the back, how she cares for the back, she just uses a cotton bandana. I say use a cotton scarf in that area. You don't want to use silk or satin. It's going to make you sweat. Especially if you are one who already perspires a lot. So I told her to use a cotton scarf, because cotton keeps the hair nice and dry and it doesn't move around a lot. Some people have a different preference, but that's what I choose. So now I'm just using my comb just to comb her hair down, just to kind of blend it in. So she'll be able to see the finished style. And one request that she did have, she's like, I do not want big hair. I don't like big hair. I don't like too much hair. I want it to look as natural as possible. And I totally agreed with her, because you can tell one thing that I don't like is adding big hair for no apparent reason at all. If you naturally add that much hair, you probably need to learn to taper back slightly, especially for styles like this, where you're dealing with clients who have situations like alopecia and they don't typically wear their hair out. They never ever want it extremely full. So make sure you always consult with your client about that. So now we are complete with the style. I'm going to turn her around so you can see everything. Look at that. Ow, ow. I think it was so sleek on her. She absolutely loved it. You guys will get to see her face in just a moment where you're going to see a different person. And Jay, look at that. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. No, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.